Could this be a recording? Okay, that's weird. Oh, shoot. I forgot to update titles. Yeah. I wonder how the sorry about all the fans you guys hearing in the background. Unfortunately, I'm having to run a bunch of fans because it's going to get incredibly hot in this house. I'm doing okay. What's up? I haven't even gotten it. What in the world? Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City area. Where are you from? Out of curiosity, since I have somebody asking. That's pretty close. Reasonably close, actually. Houston area. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something at the moment. Hold on. Going to okay. What in the world did I just do? I do a lot of games, variety of them, actually. Just depends on what they are. I'm waiting to see how good the Grand Theft Auto new one is. You know, here in a couple of years. I think it's supposed to be next year, right? Grand Theft Auto 6. Could I be wrong? Is it next year? I think it's next year. Yeah, I think it's next year. We shall see. I'm worried that current gen stuff won't be able to take Grand Theft Auto 6. You might have to literally update your computer out the butt. Take Grand Theft Auto 6. We'll just have to see. What did I do to my computer? Sorry, I'm in the middle of something, Luna Harper. Trying to figure out what I did. I did something goofy. They do. They really do. For now, I don't know yet. It's really hot where I live, so I'm going to have to wait and see how long I feel like. Yesterday, my stupid air conditioner was kicking overtime. It was really not a good day. My thermostat was set on 74, but it was pulling freaking 76, 77 degrees in here. The humidity was just murder yesterday. Absolute murder. Me too. I'm hoping so. Uh, hey, Dark Sided, what's up, Luna? Yeah, sure. Hey, Dark Sided, what's up, man? That's all right, Luna. I'm all right with who I have. I have a bunch of people that are working with me. I got a couple of guys. I'm good. I do appreciate the offer, though. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. I understand that. I also have some friends that are professional artists too. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too, Dark Side. It's all good. I don't think it's the same one though. I'm fine, Luna. I'm good. Hey, Mr. Future, how's it going? What up? Man, there's a lot of people on. What am I on this? No problem, Luna. Hey, I wish you well though. All right? You have a great day. I mean that. Righty. So, Mr. Future, how are you today? I saw you pop into chat. How's it? What's up? What's going good, my friend? It's all good, Dark Sided. You're good. You're good. 324 is so close, Future. I tell you. So close. Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too long. I think you're a newcomer, aren't you? Another newcomer. Yeah, we may actually, big surprise, guys. We may actually be getting progress tracker update on Wednesday. Stay tuned. If we do, we're going to dissect it and see what's coming down the pike past 4.0. I hope they go beyond 4.0. Yes, it would. I'm really crossing my fingers on that one. I'm hopeful, but I'm also cautious. I'll put it that way. Stay tuned for that, guys, because I just have this funny feeling we're going to get more than just, fluff stuff this year. Yeah, I'm hopeful, man. So hopeful right now. Well, this whole year, I'll put it this way, guys. This year is unprecedented compared to the last couple of years. This year is uncharted territory for CIG and stuff. I mean, I'm not lying when I say that. Just spitballing into the wind here. Even though we've had few patches this year, they've been massive patches. They're not like normal, your normal run-of-the-mill garbage. There's been definitely also an uptrend I've noticed since about late 20... What would you say, Dark Side? About 2022, 2023, the patches did suddenly this, like a sharp increase in size. At first they were incremental, and then they quickly changed in size. You know what I'm talking about. This is already a jumping chat today. So, I appreciate everybody for showing up. Anybody on this area? Yeah. The fact that they're even bringing up, let me read off what it says in the report. This is how it was phrased. Quality and quantity can be hand in hand, but like you, I would prefer a quality patch. Yeah. This Wednesday, the latest Roadmap Roundup update, accompanied by its complimentary Roadmap Roundup, will give you a glimpse of what's coming in the future. That's why I kind of think there will be a progress tracker update. It's never been phrased like that before. Very astute comment, Kind of funny. Are there any there is no Star Citizen Live on Friday. It's on a scheduled hiatus. However, we'll zip the newsletter into our news box. Read more about upcoming community event, summer festival, enter atmosphere. That's a good question, Mr. Future. I'm kind of curious too. Honestly, I hope the turtle does. The terrapin, you know? The 890 jump, I understand, but not many people own an 890 jump except the richest of people. Yeah, I voted for some. I voted for, the C1. Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to vote turtle because guys, if the 890 wins, it's a botch. Boo. Boo for 890 jump. I hate to say it. I love the idea of a capital ship winning a paint, but come on. Who has $950 for it right now? Let's be real, right? I mean, the super whales do, but they're not the average people. And when I say super whales, I mean people who are spending a lot more money than I do. And yeah, I agree. Turtle needs love because that poor turtle definitely needs it so badly. By the way, Dispatcher, also welcome. Welcome to the chat. I think you're another new guy today. That I'm getting a lot of new people today. This is good. I like this. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Is it pronounced dispatcher like police dispatcher? You know what I mean? Is that how you prefer your name? Like a switchboard operator. Old school. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Also, I have a bit of a theory craft coming up, guys. Theory craft. Software dispatcher, of course. Coordinates programs. I have a question for you, dispatcher. Do you think with the fire system, do you think like I do that we will have to have engineering and fire suppression squads on bases that are big? Because personnel, say for mega organizations, right, those that have lots of property, right, they're going to have like a engineering core and a fire suppression core in case things go boom or bad. It's looking like that's going to happen. I'm talking immediate future. I'm not talking off the sunset. Yeah, you're good. You're good. All good, man. Yeah, I want to see it in game first, then talk about it. I do understand your mindset, though. See it in game first, then talk about it. Understandable. Completely understandable. Yeah, my phone is going off like crazy. What in the world? Dark-sided, you still there too? Point of interest. Yep, good. Good. I'm kind of on the fringe with Dispatcher here. I mean, true, we can plan for it. Yeah, no problem, Dark Side. I'm with you on it too, Dispatcher. I mean, I see what they're going for, but until it's in front of me, there's really no way to, right? Oh seven Destroy. Is it Destroy? Yeah. Welcome, Destroy. How are you today? I love the cat. Even when is live is either broken or will break with the next patch. That's the dangers of alpha, unfortunately. Well, I wouldn't even call this alpha anymore. I would more akin this to sub beta. You know, we're getting literally late at the game of calling this alpha now. You know, we're getting really late. Alpha's where there's like nothing in the game at all. Oh, your nickname is Dizzy, like Dizzy Flores from Roughneck Starship Troopers. Oh, oh, forget that. That's kind of a. Eh? I haven't watched it in years, but I have the whole thing. I need to watch it again. So much. So many good memories, so much good stuff. You can even find this on DVD anymore or anywhere. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, that show is classic now. Too bad they didn't finish, God, what was it? The final campaign, I guess? Yeah. They didn't finish the final campaign, which really pissed me off royal. So where are you from, Dizzy? Or Diz Troy? Diz Troy? I'm gonna get hit, aren't I? I'm from the Oklahoma City area. What about you guys? I actually also run, I should put this in my bio. I also run a bar citizen in, well, I'm one of the moderators. You're from Oklahoma as well, Mr. Future. Which part, dare I ask? That's very funny. That is cool. Which city are you from? You don't have to tell me if you're wanting to stay private. I understand. I'm from somewhere in Yukon. I'm in Yukon, Oklahoma. Love my hometown. Oh, you live in Salt Lake City, so you're up in Utah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I actually love traveling. The furthest north I've been is the Front Range of the Colorado Rockies. You know, almost made it up there, all the way to where, you know, like, I'm going to say Springfield, Colorado, which is somewhere in the Front Range. As far north as I've made it so far, traveling by car. I have if CitizenCon ever happens to be in Austin again, I really want to go down there. Sure, you guys understand. It'd be a short drive for me. Very short. Like what? 6 hours maybe? It'd be expensive. Cool. So one's from Ontario, one's from Halifax. Do we have anyone from Alberta in chat? Probably not. But you never know. It's a small world, guys, right? It is a small world. It feels like it's getting smaller all the time. I mean, I'm glad to know there's somebody in Muskogee. Here, let me, Mr. Future, post my link. Yeah, time and money. That's the problem, though. Sitcon, money. It's all about the money. I am gonna post the link for my server for Bar Citizen. Let me see if I can get it. If you're interested, this is the Discord for my Bar Citizen. If it works, let's see if it works. I'm a moderator here, so I'm in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City area. We try to have, you know, my that was me welcoming you, Future. Whew. How hot is it in Muskogee today, anyways? Out of curiosity, is it super hot today, like on the east side of Oklahoma? '92, man, you got it nice today. The cold front just went through here a bit ago, so it might be a while before the temp drops a bit. Unfortunately. I know. Don't you destroy? Do they have bar citizens in Utah? Out of curiosity? I know of a associate of mine who runs one up in Michigan, but I don't know of anything up in you know. Who is the not that I've ever looked into. Greetings the loot. Is it master or maester? You know, like old spelling. on Twitch. You can correct me if you want. I welcome you. How are you today? Today. I hope I got your name right. Sorry about that. I do apologize if I got your name wrong. Where's the check? Oh, there it is. Hmm. Uh-oh. You did something? Oh, whoops. It did something? What happened? Oh. Oh, the elevator music? Yeah, that's in there. Yeah, that's a function. Yeah, good. Yeah, sorry about that. No worries, dude. It's all good. Mm. You're good. I Yeah, back to CitizenCon. I'm gonna do a couple of long streams those days. Do we know when it starts in the morning? Is it 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. our time? I don't remember. I know it's early. Does anyone know? They've said nothing, I think, to anyone about the time. I don't think they said anything about the time of the meeting of the sitcon or in October. I know it's supposed to be morning, but as to when, I don't know. So tickets sold yet? Ooh, that's a good question. Let me find out. I'm gonna type, and we're gonna see. Oh, you mean sold out? Let's find out, shall we? I don't think they are. It might be under extras, maybe. Event tickets. They have a limited stock of access tickets left. Limited, meaning probably not many left. No worries, you're good. $250 for an access ticket, that's a lot to an event. I would have to save up all year just to go to Austin if it's that price. Hopefully it's a little cheaper. Like 180, $200, At least I hope so. Because $250 just for the ticket. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, Austin might be next year. That's what we're hoping. Destroy. We're hoping it's in Austin next year. A lot of people are saying Austin or Toronto. I keep hearing a lot of people don't want it to go to Toronto. I don't know why. There may be some reasons. Who knows? Can anyone tell me why not Toronto? Is it because it's so hard to park there, maybe? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm totally out of the loop. I'm not trying to be rude or indignant or anything. I'm out of it, guys, when it comes to situations in other large cities. So apologies. I'm not trying to be rude. I simply don't know. I'm hoping it is Austin. A lot of my friends are hoping and betting it is. At least I hope so. I think it's the parking. That's what I keep hearing to destroy, because I've heard that the parking meters in there are ridiculous. Like for time parking and stuff. No worries. Just figured I'd ask. By the way, guys, my YouTube channel is quickly approaching 150, and you guys are all part of it. So I want you all to pat yourself on the back. You're helping this community soar in the last few months. Be very proud of yourselves over on YouTube. We're sitting at 130 fellow community members and climbing. So be very proud of yourselves. I'm very pleased. Honestly, I got into streaming and stuff like this not for the money aspect, but the fun. Hanging out with people, talking about stuff. It's fun for me. That's how it's always been. Used to, when I was younger, I was not a people person. This is a true story. I used to not be a people person at all. Nowadays, you wouldn't know unless you asked me. Sorry to get sappy. It's just amazing how far I've come from being afraid of the dark, basically. We all have our difficulties, Anyways. I used to be a complete, utter loner, dude. Oh my gosh. You couldn't even get me to speak on a pulpit with people who are like 100 yards this way in an auditorium that's empty. I'm just saying, you you couldn't get me to do it. And then somebody had the bright idea to let me take up acting when I was a lot younger. I should have kept at it because I could even bring some of that into my stuff that I do, acting, like voiceovers and such. That would have been cool. But, I think being genuine has genuinely helped me a lot more than that. If you're not genuine, nobody reverberates with you, Let me see. Oops. Somebody trying to talk to me. Oh, I should show you something a group project a friend is doing. Well, an acquaintance in a group is doing. Have you guys ever wondered how big the planets of Stanton are? Out of curiosity, compared to Earth or any of the others? Have you ever wondered, how big Crusader is compared to Pyro 5 or something? Well, Verse Guide has some very talented members. Their Discord group that's currently basically charting everything in Stanton. Uh-oh. Sorry. Hey, thanks for the warning. It must be because it was on my counter here. Thank you for telling me that, Destroy. It's probably because it's on vibrate mode. Probably. Oh, you thought it was your headphones? That's bad. Oof. That's bad. Hang on just a second. I'm going to adjust my screen. Now, the real credit to this goes to a gentleman over in the Verse Guide community, which I'm a part of as a member. But they are really talented folks. So what I'm going to show you, some very talented work. We're going to start with small. Hey, Luna Maria, how are you? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Luna, at all. Now, this is the moons of These are the moons of Stanton, all to scale, all to in-game scale. Look at this. This is how they have figured out now the art is not accurate to the current, metrics, but this gives you how big the actual moons are compared to each other. Eta in Stanton, astronomy-wise, is the biggest by far. After that, Yela, Daymar, and Walla are the next biggest. Aberdeen is, again, it gets interesting. See, selling the smallest moon's Euterpe, I guess. Hi, Luna. Is it Euterpe? Is it Euterpe? Yeah, that's the smallest moon in Stanton right now. That's the moons of Stanton, but there are other things to show. If you're wondering how big the planets are, welcome to the map of Stanton itself. The entire Stanton map. Look at how it's just dominated by Crusader. Crusader is 14,260 kilometers across. It's massive compared to everything else. I know, Luna. Thank you. I'm all smiles today. The biggest surprise is that the three other planets in Stanton are about the same size, except for ArcCorp, which seems to be the odd duck. Hurston, Microtech, and ArcCorp are all from 1,600 at ArcCorp to 2,000 kilometers across. And then, of course, we have the moons. Very interesting. Now, okay, this is the familiar, okay? The familiar. But what if I told you we can now show you the unfamiliar? Are you ready? That was Stanton. What about Pyro? Have a look. This is to scale. Every planetary body in the Pyro system that we know of to scale. I don't think it's showing the size of Pyro 5. It's at 15,625 kilometers. Yeah. Exactly, Destroy. See, this is Pyro 5. The colors are approximate. It's supposed to be yellow-green. So this is pretty much similar what it's supposed to be. The largest planet in Pyro is Monox, but it's only about half the size of Hurston, if you're noticing. All the inner planets of Pyro, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, are all tiny little guys. Have you noticed? What does this tell us? And Terminus is tiny. Look at this. Terminus is only 570 kilometers. It's itty bitty. Pyro 4, if you remember, had a massive collision, knocking it into orbit of this green Goliath over here. Pyro 1, more than likely, yes, this is everybody in the system, Luna. Yep. All 7 moons, including Pyro 4 and Terminus. Terminus is over here. Now, these are approximate appearances. This was rendered, I believe, in Space Engine. based on the data we have. So you're going to ask the verse guys how they did this. But this is an approximate atlas for Pyro. It's very well done. And my peers are great workers. They did good. Real good. I'm very impressed that they were able to, not fabricate, but create the, yeah. Pyro 4 is a captured object like Triton. So bear that in mind, Luna. Oops. What in the world? Ooh. My computer was going bonkers for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, it's showing that the tickets are sold out or almost sold. They're at limited stock right now. 7 Moons, yeah. So I suspect the planets will look a little different by the time we get to them. Later this. I would say Carrick. Corsair will be under-shielded for Pyro. As much as I hate to admit it, the Port Corsair, though it'll have the firepower, it may not have the umph to deal with the Pyro solar flares. That's what I'm worried about. Sorry to stick my nose there, but I think also the Corsair is reinforced against things like that. Could be wrong. There's a lot of decisions to be made, though. Right, no worries. It's all good. Hey, Mr. Future. I appreciate the follow, man. And now I begin my approach to 160. Oh, I forgot to even throw out my my links. Yes, I'm also on Twitch, Kick, what is it? What's the other ones? Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. That's all 4 so far. I actually have a fifth channel I could use, but I'm not using it at the moment because I don't have anything to spare. You know, I have all my bases covered for right now. I'm sure you guys understand. Crazy. That's you vote Constellation. Okay. Which is fine. Oh. On Rumble, I am AO96. Unfortunately, somebody took the Axis moniker on Rumble. I don't know why. It's so weird. On Kick, they took the AO96, the Axis 0096 moniker, and on no, it's on Kick. That moniker's on Kick, the AO96. You saw me on another channel with a different name. Was it Zyron Hunter or Zyron something or another? That's not me. That's some dude that has a nasty opinion of me or for some reason. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know what his deal is. I'd almost forgotten about that dude. Zyron Hunter, Zyron Stalker, something like that. Yeah, it's a rando. He's a rando. I don't know what's his deal. Honestly, these four channels are my predominant. Different name, not a different person. Hmm. You mean using Zyron? The name Zyron, maybe? Was it when I was using the name Zyron? That's my player character in Star Citizen, but. Hmm. That's interesting. Was it Mega Man 87? Because that's my YouTube Yahoo name, but I've named it this, made the Axis logo basically my thing since then. You're really, I don't know what you're talking about. Different channel with a different streamer, bro. Is it streamer, bro? By chance? Out of curiosity. Because that's what somebody called me. I don't know. Get with me whenever you can, Luna. I don't know who you're talking about. Sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's what happened. I called myself Zyron for a while, but that's probably not as good a thing to do anymore. Yeah, I might have changed the name after a bit. Who knows? It's been a while. It might have been Zyron, probably. Because that's the only other real name I've used. Who knows? Hmm. It might have been Luna. I'm sorry for the confusion. It's all good, though. Hmm. Anyways. Oh. What do you think might get updated on the progress tracker here in 2 days? Anything good, you think? Kind of hopeful on a couple of things, but we'll see. Well, just a general outline of what's beyond 4.0. Everybody's focusing on 4.0, but there's no roadmap from beyond it. I kind of want to know what the mindset will be next year. Okay, we've got Pyro in the bag, it's in the PTU, but what's next, right? Are we just going to sit on our haunches for, 6 months? Or are we going to turn out other patches? Road to Nyx. Thank you, Destroy. That's a good guess. I'm hoping they at least give us some updated looks at Nyx. Because holy crap. Both. We can do both, really. Depending on when the patches, when the cards lie, guys. I'd love to see Bounty Hunter V2 too. I have the MR. I have the Zeus MR, and I want to actually do conducive bounty hunting as a group with people. Take a crew out, go do some hunting. Oh, it's on your pledge list. It should be. Yes, it should. It's a good ship. The Zeus will be out whether the Polaris is out or not. And the Polaris is my big boy trophy this year, guys. I have that ship. I have the Polaris, the Perseus, and the Idris. I have a bunch of really, really nice big toys. But it scares me when I think about yeah, I mean, okay, I'll bring it up. We have fire propagation. How about incendiary grenades? Destroy, right? Things that use tech that's coming into the game, right? Does that make sense to people? Like incendiary grenades or smoke grenades, something that, choke people, knock them out. Incapacitate, flashbang, stun grenades, stuff like that. Yeah. Throw out some tools like that and we're good. Yeah, there'll be a lot of trolling when fire comes online. There definitely will be. Bank on it. I totally see it too, guys. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen, whether people like it or not. Maybe it's because of the insulation behind the metal. That's my guess. Yeah, insulation behind the metal. And I do agree. I agree it spreads too easily on its own. You know what I mean, guys? Spreads too easily on its own. There has to be an ignition source or igniting something, you know? It ignites too quickly for it just to be metal. I guarantee you there's some sort of agent behind the metal igniting and getting it that hot. Am I wrong for thinking that? I don't think I am. Not at all. Literally just kicked my foot. Well, we'll see. I mean, Drake might. There's still conduit stuff. I think they're trying to make it still grounded in some level of realism, but there's still going to be stuff that burns. Conductors get too hot, they overheat. I really wish oxygen could make it burn like that, but taking away the breathing air really shouldn't. Should limit how big a fire gets. Maybe intentionally set. Maybe it was intentionally set, Luna. I think that what they were showing us was at the very high end of stuff, not, everyday practical. I don't think it's going to combust like that. God, I hope not. Yeah, but we have to understand, how far back was that footage taken? Think about it, guys. How far back was that footage made? It might have been recorded months ago. So they may have been able to dial it in a little bit. I'm hoping. It's going to be months before any of that's in game. So they're going to dial it in. That's why I tell everybody in here, hey, make your voices heard. It should take, I'd say, 10 bullets, 20. What would you say? 20 gunshots to ignite a small area or break a hole open? But yeah, one gunshot shouldn't do that at all. Phosphorus combusts and it'll burn through metal. I know a little bit about chemistry myself. White phosphorus, in fact, is very dangerous. Who is? I didn't say they did, but what happened to Paul? Oh no. What happened? Oh my gosh. Paul Shelley. Astropub. Something just happened. Not good either. They've had a sudden medical issue. Oh my. This is not good. Well, well. Yeah. Said he, with a heavy heart, I have to cancel my plans for CitizenCon due to a sudden medical issue. Hey. Excuse me, Mr. Mean. You have my attention. And guess what? Yeah, and guess what? You could go buy So okay. Yeah, and I'm not even going to respond to you, dude. Yeah, destroy. He did say that in chat. You too, honey. Get good at insults while you're at it too, Junior. All right. Bye, dude. Get rid of him. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently, yeah, trolls be trolling. I apologize. Apparently, some people don't like it when some people get reported. And honestly, I didn't report anybody. They have no proof. Why is he still there? How am I not allowed to get rid of it? Yeah, they typically do, unfortunately. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. Oh, and kind of mean. The name is Axis. Get it right. When you come in here to try to cause some trouble, the name is Axis 0096. Learn it well. Now back to the show. Yeah. Sorry about that, Destroy. To answer your question, Paul said something on his Discord about not being in the best of shape or something like that. Some sort of medical issue. I don't know what. It's not awesome, I'll put it that way, when people get that happening. But yeah, stuff happens, unfortunately, IRL. Yeah. And I apologize for my conduct, guys. Ever since some people have put out some information about me, apparently some folks are not very happy with me online. Suffice to say. Space Tomatoes not going either? That's curious. When did that get updated? Interesting. When did he say that, Luna? I missed that. Wow. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. They need a car and stuff and can't afford it. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, they do. That's exactly right. You know, I'm going to let you guys in on something. Had that guy earlier been halfway decent, I would have let him stay. But since he decided to get hateful and hurtful, I decided he wasn't a good fit, you know, if he's going to start spouting off trash. So let it be known if you're going to just start attacking other members in this community. I'm having to have this chat again this week. I'm sorry. But if you're going to come in here and stir up trouble with everybody else, please leave. Y'all understand. Y'all come in here to learn, vibe, to get, you know, have fun, right? You don't come here to listen to somebody beef. What is this? Hello? Me, Star Citizen, sir. Painter. Star Citizen community. I don't know why this is not updated. Interesting. So once again, guys, I'm very sorry you're having to deal with people coming in here with personal attacks on yours truly and other people. Yeah, thank you for being understanding, Destroy. I mean, you guys don't come in here to start arguments either. You guys come in here to have fun. Right. And hang out. Cool. Moving on. I'm just hoping Paul's going to be okay. Said he's not able to go, so it may be a really, really bad medical issue, Luna, if you're still there. I'm hoping he gets better soon, though. He said he will be streaming CitizenCon both days, but he'll be unable to go. So, man, something really bad must have happened. I can't tell if you're being funny or joking around. Yeah, you're right, Luna. Hey, Hayner, are you here to be good? Or are you good, man? Fair enough. I know, Luna, it's already cost me a couple of who I thought were my friends, but apparently they're not. So, well, acquaintances they were more of than. But that's something I'll discuss in private, maybe with somebody at some point. But right now, it's not the time nor place. My favorite ship, Zeus ES, the shape. The dagger shape design language of it. I love the shape of it. Or do you mean flyable ship right now? You know, due to ease of use and stuff. You mean use of ship? Any ship. Okay. Uh Whale? Hmm. Currently flyable would be the C1. The Zeus ES will be my predominant explorer, probably in Pyro. Of course, the MR is a close second as well. Let me see something. Yeah. No, you're fine. And you're absolutely right. I should have changed subjects. You're absolutely right. I am very sorry about that. Good call, by the way. Thank you. The Vulture's a good flying ship, too, if you're in it to make money. Vulture is perfect for making money. I mean, if you're going to make money, yeah, sorry. Hold on just a second. Oh my gosh, please, CIG. Something bigger than the Reclaimer or smaller. You know, something like medium ship size or, large. Something like that. Hmm. Larger subcap, yeah. Exactly. Larger subcapital. Exactly. Like maybe a refit version of the oh Lord, what is that ship? You know, the one from RSI, the Arestra. Maybe a salvaging variant of the Arestra. That would be cool. Like an alternate version of the Arestra that's exclusively for salvaging. I could get down with that. Far more nimble than the Reclaimer, more agile, you know. And that's definitely subcapital size. The Arestra will be fun too, yeah. Hey on chat. Sorry. Maybe they could call it a different ship. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Did I fix it? Sorry about that, guys. Good. That's good to know. Good. Hmm. You're messing with your volume. That's funny. That is funny. So I wonder what they would call it. You have the you have the you have the vulture, the reclaimer, salvaging terms. Let's look up salvaging terms. Huh. Not really any. Strongest matches, of course, would be Reclaimer, Recoverer, Redeemer, which has been used, Regainer, Restorer, Retriever. The Retriever kind of sounds more like a tractor beam. The Recoverer, a recover. When you recover something, it's similar to reclaim. Uh, I don't know. These are from the thesaurus. So, let me see. Maybe salvaging equipment? What do you guys think? After a tool name or a proper name? Dismantle, just to get an idea for names. Um, just a thought that it's such a unique looking ship. It'd be a shame that they don't reuse the platform. You know, just my opinion. To answer your question. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. I don't think they will reuse it. It makes too much sense not to reuse it. But I'm saying they could use the base of it, the base of the platform. Maybe retool to be a salvager. Yeah, and it probably wouldn't make much sense to reuse it though, because it's too unique. Too unique of a platform. Like you said, it's too unique of a platform to utilize, and it doesn't really make sense because one's a miner and the other is a salvager. And I doubt they're going to reuse it like that. I'd laugh if they did, but hmm. We definitely need a non capital salvage. And I agree with that, Luna. We do. We definitely do. Huh. Yeah, the Reclaimer's just too big for some groups. That's got to have CIG thinking, hey, we need another ship here, to fill the gap. Definitely do need another ship large enough to fill the gap between capital and non capital salvager. Because all we have is the Vulture. We could easily have something Argo size. And at Argo size, you could have one or two guys in a ship, cart off, take off, set it for a while. Argo, Misk, somebody needs to come out with a medium salvage ship. Does it need to do everything? No. but it does need to be big enough to be better than the Vulture, more utility than the Vulture. That's for sure. Yeah, there's a huge gap, Luna. You have medium, large, capital. There's a gap 2 ships wide in between the capital, the Reclaimer, and the Vulture. You need a medium and a large. Argo, I could see coming out with the medium easily. Hmm. And I agree with you, Luna. There needs to be some stuff produced in between that gap. It's only going to get harder to fill in. The later we wait, you know. I mean, I'm as excited as everybody else. Well, yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Destroy. I hope we get like a medium salvager at SitCon, or at least the concept. You know, like a concept ship. Something they could do in 6 to 8 months. Get it done. Get it rolled out. Because salvaging's pretty much been figured out by the big and the small. Now we just need a medium now. In between the two. And then we're good for a little bit. At least you hope. Sorry I'm not playing today. I want to, but it looks like some people want to have a fun time with me. Hold on. Oh yeah. I hope they do have it in the works too, along with a maybe a ground vehicle that can do it. No, we don't want a rock DS situation again. I wonder. I'm curious. Let me see. I like you like the cargo stuff so far. Is it fun? All right. Where's the? I think the Taurus has a tractor beam now. Does it? Right. So what all ships do you have, Mr. Destroy? You guys said you had a vulture. What else you got? Huh. Odd. Did you have something happen with your message, Mr. Future? You didn't see anything wrong. Doesn't look like it. I think my moderation software might have done something. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, sometimes that software does it. I didn't do it. I don't know. Might have been the stupid software. And then again, YouTube sometimes. Oh, you removed it? Oh, yeah, they removed that carrot package too. The recently removed one. Remember? Yeah, that was the only way you could still get the Carrick Expedition. I hate that. The one with the kind of a beigeish skin, I guess. Booping again? Oh, whoops. It's booping again. Sorry. There, that should have gotten rid of it. Hmm. Is that any better? Insanity. I, I was just asking, is it fine now? How you know that weapons? Yeah. You know, Destroy, I'm hoping we get our new concept at SitCon. Because, I mean, it makes sense. Right before November, the big sale, they come out with a brand new ship concept that's ready to go, right? I would hope so. Slipping out of my chair. Literally slipping out of my chair. I'm excited too, future. I could have a lot. The Vulture and Salvage have been really good money makers, from what I'm hearing. They're very popular. I almost bought a second Vulture, you know, just for the loop. Because it makes money, right? Good money. Now, I will make the comment, guys, that there are still a couple of ships unaccounted for from IAE last year, or what was it? CitizenCon, right? What month are we about to enter? We're about to enter September, the month before CitizenCon, folks. We're in the home stretch. October is CitizenCon, okay? So, that being said, before I forget, I know I'm saying that a lot. Now, let's rewatch Garrett, the talking ship from Sitcon. We know the Zeus is coming, but what else could be coming at Sitcon? We just saw pictures of, chat. You know?
Just to confirm,
45 minutes talking ship. We're going to show you some cool stuff that you've hopefully seen.
Now remember,
some cool stuff.
things might have changed in the last
and some cool stuff.
12
Again, you're not
months.
supposed to have seen,
The Mirai
but what you've
fighter
seen is
we've
wrong.
heard nothing
So
about.
hopefully
So
we can,
there's a good guess,
clear
Mr.
that up for you.
Future.
Right, so that was the A1 Spirit trailer. Pretty cool video. But we're now going to do a bit of a slightly deeper dive into the actual art and visuals of the ship.
This, of course, was the Crusader A1. Now we can skip this.
See, there is quite a gap from the current day to these old ships. So let's talk about one that is a bit older than that. So, the RSI Zeus.
so in 2130, in 2130, RSI made some major kind of advancements in quantum technology. They developed, or they released, the first ship that was kind of available to the mass market that had quantum capability. This kind of mid-range explorer really put RSI at the kind of forefront of ship development. Now, it was a really good thing, it really kind of boosted them as a company, but it wasn't kind of all good. The original RSI Zeus had some major issues with its hull integrity. That being said, there's always kind of been this demand for RSI to release the Zeus. It's kind of had this cult following that's grown up over the years.
Well, yeah.
I'm kind of very happy to announce today that RSI have kind of taken that challenge on board. They've developed a whole new vehicle that is designed to ferry a whole new generation of travelers across our universe. Visually, it's something that pays homage back to the original Zeus and something that's really is justified to have that name. It's something that pays and I'm even happier to say it exceeds all current safety
Getting some
standards
echoes.
and all our current ship production techniques.
So, do you want to have a look at the all-new RSI Zeus Mark II? Yeah. Okay then. Here it is. So, we are going to hand over to Elwin and Mark to go through this, and you can see there's 3 of them there. So we're going to do a bit of a deeper dive onto these things.
Okay. Question. There is a rumored 4th version. Don't hold me back on that. It's supposed to be right approximately here. But we'll see. Will they come out with all 4 versions? We'll see.
3 ships now. So, over to Mark and Elwin.
Let's give them a welcome. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Mark Gibson. I'm the lead vehicle content designer at Cloud Imperium Games.
And I'm Owen Batchelor. And I'm Owen Batchelor, vehicle art director in North America. What do you guys think? Awesome. All right, well, let's take some time now and take a look at this classic RSI design and see how we've reimagined it.
So, when we decided we wanted to tackle the Zeus, we had to consider what direction RSI would take it in if they were going to do it today. We couldn't just remake the original Zeus because, although it was obviously a massive piece of history, all it was really used for was transporting and moving around. So we had to consider exactly what we wanted to do with the ship. In the end, we decided to go for 3 variants, allowing you to pick which way you want to actually play the game. So what we're going to do is talk about those variants that we decided on in the end and go into a bit more detail with them. First of all, we have the ES. The ES is the Essential. It's the long-range exploration version of the Zeus. It's designed to let you go out for a long time and explore the universe. Next up,
You're funny.
version. This is there.
You're funny, Luna.
Go out,
Funny.
find your targets, and bring them back. It's also been purposely outfitted so that you have all the tools that you need to disable, capture, and bring them home. Finally, the last version we're going to talk about is the CL, the Clipper. Might be a name people are familiar with if they know much about maritime. This is the cargo version of the Zeus Mark II. This is designed so that you can move your goods around the universe.
Of the three variants, the Zeus Essential is the one that harkens back the most to the original design, with the original white on black paint job and the vertical stabilizers. We also worked to maintain the silhouette of the original, but brought that forward to modern day RSI design with tons of technical detail and layered panels. And on the underside, the landing gear and the underslung turret, as well as the entrance ladder, fold in perfectly flush, leaving behind a super smooth underbelly, just like the original design.
But you probably all want to see what the inside looks like, so let's have a closer look. Despite the sleek
This is why I like this ship so much. It's got a very nice, smooth, sleek shape. It's got great design language. Look at this. This is one of the finest ships I've ever seen. And it uses the space pretty well of the airframe. Definitely one of the better RSI ships. It's not perfect, but, you know, for a medium ship, I definitely like it. Luxury or touring, yeah. Exactly, destroy. So here's the cargo grid.
and slim body of the Zeus, we've been able to pack a lot into it to give everything you need when you're doing the deep space exploration. You have a fairly comfortable habitation recreation area so that when you're out away from home, it's not too unpleasant. In addition to that, the rear room has a 32 SU cargo capacity, as well as being able to fit a Cyclone, so if you do decide to land on our planet, you can have a look around.
Okay, so 8 SCU boxes, I'm guessing. What do you guys guess? I don't think a 32 SCU crate will fit back there. Not comfortably. What do you think? One big 32 crate or 8 SCU crates would be more likely. I think the 4 SCU would be more likely. Just because of how big this ship, how small the frame is. I mean, I'm no expert on interiors, but it does seem a lot smaller.
Talking about the loadout, it's a ship designed for 3 crew. It comes with 4 size 2 shield generators, 2 size 2 power plants, 2 size 2 coolers, and 2 size 4 pilot controlled weapons. And obviously the lower turret that Elva mentioned earlier is a size 3 remote turret.
Good. It's got some decent
Now,
firepower.
the Zeus
Here's
Mark
the
was always
marquee.
designed from the beginning to be a sleek and aggressive bounty hunter. As such, the black paint will help you stay hidden in the shadows until you're ready to strike. We've also redesigned the spine in order to embed an EMP and a quantum dampener, which allows us on the art side to really crank up the level of detail on the exterior. We've also added a second remote turret on the top.
Looking at the interior of the Mark, you see that the habitation's taken a little bit of a hit. It moved forward, but what we've been able to add in exchange for that is a massive armory. Lets you take all the different weapons and equipment you might need while you're tracking your target along the verse. Looking into the rear, we actually have a dedicated area just for the actual bounty hunter pods, similar to what you'll see in the Cutlass Blue. So you can stack up the pods and take multiple people back with you. It has less SCU than the ES. It only has 16 SCU. And it does have a different loadout with the components, only having 3 size 2 shield generators. Like Elwin said, it does have a top-mounted forward-facing turret so that you can put the pressure on the target as you're chasing them. The EMP and QD drive are designed to stop the target escaping once you've caught up with them.
Yeah, this is for bounty hunting.
Now, because the Zeus Clipper focuses on hauling cargo, we've decided to lean into the industrial aesthetic. We've covered the exterior with a warning strip paint job. and we've covered the exterior with more technical detail and armor plating. In addition to that, it comes with a remote tractor beam, which is mounted on the rear to the side of the ramp to make it easier to haul cargo in and out of the cargo hold. We've also added thrust capacity to the base of the wings.
As you can see, there is an absolutely massive rear to it compared to the others. The habitation areas have been massively pushed so that you don't get much space, but we can get way more cargo in. It actually has 4 times the cargo capacity of the S, coming in at 128 SUs of cargo.
Wow. That's a lot of cargo, guys. 128. So, that's a lot of cargo for a fairly small ship. Keep in mind, this ship is not like the hull A or B. The hull A and B are ostensibly, they are not protected by their shields. So, this ship is a better choice if you're hauling over 100 SEU, but not got gigantic orders, because you can still protect your cargo a little better in this thing, at least in my opinion. We'll just have to see.
Features 3 size 2 shield generators, and like Al mentioned, it has a size 3 tractor beam to make it much easier to get those cargo containers in and out as you're actually playing. What do you think?
Of course. Ooh, ah.
So, last year we introduced the Spirit, and if anyone that may be playing on live the last couple of days might have seen a new ship adding to the verse, the A1. We hope to follow a similar route with the Zeus, where we announce it today, and then in about a year's time, hopefully it'll be ready to reveal to the public to actually play with.
I can't wait either, guys. This will be fun.
We're not just going to show you some images. The Zeus is actually in active white box development right now. Do you just want to have a look? Shall we?
I own the Zeus, so I can't wait to try it. Have a look. Now this is white box, not fully sculpted.
As you guys have seen with the Spirit, and with
This
the
is
many
the
ships
ES.
we've released thus far, our ships can, when they're finished, look at.
Ooh.
And with the many ships we've released thus far,
Look at that profile, guys. Look at that. That is a nice, sharp looking profiled ship. That is a sharp, angular profile. Love it. Good looking ship. What do you guys think so far? It's got good landing gear too. Look at this landing gear. This is not chicken walker landing gear. This is good landing gear. Good landing gear that's nice and stout. Yeah.
our ships can, when they're finished, look absolutely gorgeous. But before any of them get to that point, they have to go through a very specific development process. And this is the first stage in that process. We call this white box. At this point, we've taken the concept, ripped it to shreds, and then reassembled it and plugged it all back together within the editor so that we can get a real good look at what players are going to see when they finally get this game. At this stage, with the Zeus, we've already ripped out all the thrusters, we've ripped out the landing gear, the turret, the seats, the beds, all of the interior spaces, plugged those guys back in, and we have what you see here.
Guess the winglets are bigger than I thought.
So again, the beginning of the process. At this point, we're able to jump in, start throwing in cargo, interacting with doors, getting in and out of beds, maybe in and out of toilets, and just getting an overall sense of what it feels like to interact with the
Here's the
vehicle.
crew quarters.
And it is very common that in this stage, we will make some adjustments from the original plan. As an example, on this ship, we've just made the decision to expand the center corridor, add a little bit more space to the rooms. And as a result, that's gonna make it much smoother experience for players to traverse the interior of the ship, as well as for AI to traverse the interior of the ship. We've also expanded the main airlock that leads to the enter-exit ladder. And up here in the cockpit, we've separated the co-pilot seats a tad bit just to allow players to get in and out a little easier. So with White Box, not the prettiest stage in the process, but it is essential that we nail this because it means we'll be able to deliver a beautiful ship that is also extremely fun to play.
So that was the RSI Zeus in the 3 variants. Obviously, as the screen says behind me, it's available now on the Star Citizen website. You all follow that URL or the QR code behind me. Now, we've just talked about the ship with the longest legacy in the universe. It was the first ship with the quantum travel. Let's change pace a little bit and talk about a much newer ship. We're going to talk about the Cutter. Good little ship. So, obviously, last year, IE,
I will
we
admit,
revealed the Cutter,
this
and
ship is a
you
good
guys love
little
it. So,
friend.
Interesting
If
information
you
about
have it,
it was actually the
it's a good
single
ship.
most popular straight-to-flight ready ship we've ever released. You guys really, really liked it. In addition
they
to that,
really
it's actually
liked it. It was
best-selling
the
grade
most
ship to date.
popular straight-to-flyable launch
What
ship
people didn't
ever.
know, and we kept
This
a very
was
good
last year's,
guarded secret that no
which
one
was
managed to
at
figure out.
IAE
No one.
2952.
was always
I
meant to be
wonder
Family of
what
3.
this year's most popular straight-to-fly
Now,
was.
What everyone is already familiar with is the base. That's the version that's out in the universe right now that you're already enjoying. What we're going to do today, though, is we're going to talk about the next variant in the family, the Scout.
Scout. And then we have the other version that came out,
All right,
which
let's just
was
take a minute
the
and sort of enjoy the incredible work that the
you know,
art
the
team has
camper
done
van version.
pushing this guy out.
I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I will tell you there are some nice ships. I bought both Ironclads. I have both the Rambler. There it is. There you go. Thank you.
When the original when the original Cutter was released, it helped us to refine the Drake aesthetic. And now with the variants, we'll be able to add a unique identity to each version. On the Scout, we've decided to replace the main thrusters with a dual thruster system.
The Rambler's fun.
And you'll see here we've also added a
Rambler's
radar
more of
dish
a
to the
jump
top,
ship.
which relates directly to the scanning gameplay that comes with this ship. In addition to that, we have a series of exterior bottom modifications to just push that flavor a little bit further. And you'll see here a transition between the default and the Scout, so you can clearly see the differences.
Thanks for the follow. Famous X5. Yeah,
On the
I want
interior,
more Drake
we've
ships.
expanded the
I may
rear
not
section
be
of
the
the
biggest
ship
fan
in
of the
order to
brand,
include
but even I
a
can see the
dedicated
potential of the
standing scanning
brand,
station,
folks.
which will show up here in a second.
Hang on. Let me be real. Let me be real with y'all. The Cutter line is great. I love the Ironclads too, but there needs to be a bigger ship in between the Ironclad and the Kraken. The Ironclad's only Carrack size. We don't have anything Polaris size, do we? We don't have anything Polaris size at all. Nothing.
Along with that, we've also increased the space in the rear to house the larger components.
You
that are
get,
necessary
I
to
believe,
support
a
that gameplay.
Caterpillar
Now, expanding
for the
rear did
Ironclad
encroach into the
purchase.
habitation,
If
but we were
I
able
think
to
I'm right,
rearrange
yeah.
the components in that room so that nothing was lost in the transition. And on the cockpit, it's the same cockpit that you all know and love from the
Hold on.
original Cutter. From this view, you'll more clearly see the shift that we had to make in the rear in order to support the gameplay that we're trying to achieve.
Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button.
We're really proud of what the team has done with this ship, and we hope you like the Scout as much as we do.
They'll make a concept, I have no doubt.
So, obviously, we've just introduced the Scout. What are the main differences between the base? It is a variant, after all. So, the first big difference is the radar. It has a size 2 radar, and to accommodate, to supply that,
It has
comes with
size
the
2
power
stuff.
plant
Look at
and
this.
Size 2
Really
cooler.
cool.
Getting tripped on my own words.
Got a size 2
As well
radar,
as the
power
dedicated
plant, and
scan terminal
cooler
that
in this
elevates the
little
range.
ship.
Obviously, as you saw, habitation got a little bit cozier, and unfortunately, it has lost 2 SU compared to the base, so it only has 2 SU cargo capacity instead of the 3. Now,
The
what we also
Rambler's
wanna do
good fun.
Is talk a little bit more about the future of scanning, if people are interested in hearing about that. So what is the future of scanning? We'll touch on it lightly. At the moment, there are 2 main ways for you to interact with the scanning gameplay loops. The first one's obviously the scan, and the second one's the ping system. And both of these are going to be merged into a single system known as a scan wave. When you send a scan wave out, if you get any successful pings, what will happen is it will immediately populate your HUD with an AR marker, giving you information about what you've been able to scan, as well as starting to give you far more interesting information than you get now, rather than just the name of the ship. The underlying system will work on the signature system, similar to what it does today, and there are 2 main scans. There is the quick scan. The quick scan is just a low version of it. It has a very small impact on your own signal output, so if you want to stay a little bit more covert and potentially not be seen
Rambler's your
looking at
friend
something
if you know
different,
what you're doing.
you can use that one instead.
Seriously.
The main benefits are small
Love
increase in
that
accurate
Rambler,
passive
guys.
detection range, as well as being able to detect things that maybe are a little fainter than you should be able to see. This has a decent amount of cutting through interference, but not phenomenal. The other version is the charge scan. The charge scan is the big scan. Now, this will actually allow you to detect things up to quantum boost range, which is way, way further than the current passive detection range. And not only that, but it'll actually drop a marker allowing you to jump straight to that location for whatever it is that you found.
Yeah, I'm actually considering
Now,
buying another one.
you don't want to be
Yeah.
jumping in blind. And as I said, it's going to give you way
I'm
more
kind of
information
considering
than
buying
before.
another.
Some examples,
one of it.
but not limited to this, are things like whatever it is it charging a quantum drive? Is it firing? Is the shields generating? Does it have any shields? Is it perhaps charging an EMP? Maybe it's got a snare up trying to catch you. It gives you that additional information so you can make the decision whether you actually want to get to that location. That's just a brief glimpse into the future of scanning and what our vision is for it. Right now, the Cutter Scout is actually in 321. It's available. If you go to that address or go to our website, QR code, it's actually in the universe right now. You don't need to wait for a patch for that. I've been Mark.
And I'm Elwin. And before we step off, if you haven't had a chance to get one of these hats, this one in particular is signed by 7 members of the ship development team. And if you want it, during the meet and greet, if you can tell me the name of the 7 people who signed this, all of who are in attendance here, by the way, today, the first person to give me those names gets to keep it. Other than that, thanks,
Well-
guys, and have a great SitCon.
Small hit for you. John Crew is one of those names. But fantastic, guys, everyone. We're going to hand you back to John and Ben. They've got a few more surprises for you.
Right. So, as Mark said there, scanning stuff is coming in the future. We didn't show a lot of it because it does sort of turn up in some other teams' panels, and we didn't want to steal their glory a day early. So I highly recommend sticking around for both the UI one and the flight 1 tomorrow. So, we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present. Let's talk about the future. So, here is a big block of squares that represents our backlog. So, each one of these squares is a ship or a vehicle. All the light blue ones are all the ones we have released to date. All those gray ones are the ones that we have not done yet. The dark blue ones are the ones that will be in your hands by the end of the year. So,
Count the dots, guys. Does anyone have a count on what all ships we've gotten this year? Dark blue, new in 2023. Okay, so we have 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. So 12. 12 of them. What ships have released already? Hey, are you okay? Hold on. Hang on just a sec, chat. Hey, no worries, Luna. You have a good day. Hang on. Trying to fix something here. We're going to come back to that video in a moment. But first, I wanted to see what all ships have actually dropped this year. I mean, we're going to start with the previous patches. We're going to go back to the beginning of the year. Here we go. There we go. So we have had the X1. Hold on, ships. We need ships. All ships. Those weren't added here. So we're going to go to 322.1. And I think this was a patch for master modes or something. No, this was more or less for Arena Commander. So 3 months ago, the Mirai Pulse and the Mirai Pulse LX. Oh, it's easier to check the ship store. This is ridiculous. Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. We have 12 unknown ships as of that video. So on release view, I'm trying to figure out what might be coming in IAE. So let's see. Here is release view as it is right now. Right, guys? So May 10th would be the current patch that we want. The Sabre Firebird, the Argo MPUV Tractor, the Medical Ursa. The Mirai Pulse is technically a series. And that's it. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 12, guys. 4 out of 12. So, I'm with a lot of people. We don't even know. Well, let's see what's planned for fourth quarter. For 4.0, we have the Zeus CL and the ES coming out. So that takes us up to 6. So that's 6 out of 12 ships. That was planned for 2023, chat. So, when you think about it like that, hold on. 6 out of 12 ships. What's that net us? We're only halfway through the ship collection. See? We're to about here. There's still 6 more ships. Yeah, no worries, Destroy. We're good. I'll be here for a bit longer anyways.
You that are trying to do the maths in your head right now going, that's the wrong number. This includes every single vehicle that we've ever shown to you, whether that's in a Squadron 42 visual tease or like a trailer. Some of them are obviously Squadron exclusives. Some of them are going to be NPC exclusives. We still have to support them all. So every vehicle.
Yeah, and that's the rumor.
Hands on, and we do a lot of work to support them for you.
Greetings, Imagine JP,
we deliver
GPG
content. And
how are you today?
Today and tomorrow.
A good ground. Yeah, so, I was going to bring that up. That's number 7. That's number 7. A lot of people have missed that one. A lot of people have missed that one because it was shown off, remember? In the thingamabobber for base building. You're good, man. I think you're right, though. Between the Galaxy and the Pioneer, it might be smaller than the Galaxy, too. It might be the medium builder, dude. It's an Atlas platform variant. You know, it's really small. Oh, uh-oh. Did my camera freeze? It's really tiny. Like, yeah, I was watching that. That was really cool. So we're going to keep going.
We help out. Ships are like the heroes of the game. You saw in the resource network engineering panel how that's going to impact ships. You will have seen, if you've been paying super close attention, some UI elements to do with maps.
It's saying you're a new friend.
All that.
Have we met before, JPG?
Of both projects.
It was saying you're a new commentator. Are you a new account or an old account? I can't remember.
Okay, yeah. So John,
not trying to be accusational. I don't recognize you. Are you new?
How are we going to deliver this?
So new to chat?
In April 2023, we actually kicked off a new ship team in our newest studio turbulent base.
I meant to say welcome because I didn't recognize you.
Go Canada. So we've now got
Sorry about
5
that.
artists, or vehicle artists, 1 vehicle designer, 1 embedded QA tester, and 1 producer. And that kind of gives
Yeah,
us
no
everything
worries.
we
It's
need
all
to start
good,
bringing
man.
content out of another
I
location.
appreciate the pop in.
And it also means that we now have kind of reps globally for the vehicle content team in all 5 of our
I'm
studios.
actually kind of glad for all the
What's really nice thing
fame
about that is
in
it
light
kind
of,
opens up
you
a
know,
new
Pub.
pool of kind of talent.
Pub
we can
has
pick
been
from,
very good to
and it
me.
should,
Paul
really help
has.
us to deliver
He's a very good
more content
guy.
to the game. And you've
Been
actually
giving me
just
and
seen the
critiquing
first
me
2
on
ships out
some
of that studio.
things to help
So
my
the Scout
channel
variant
grow.
And the Zeus are both
So,
being developed by our Montreal team.
I will always be forever
Yeah.
thankful for him.
They're doing great.
Just saying.
We're going to look a little bit more in depth at the kind of the art team and how we've grown over the years. You can see from this graph, this is our kind of like live numbers of how many vehicle artists we have dedicated to the project. You can see there's a nice trajectory going up. And you know, with more team members, that also means we get kind of like not just more people to throw at stuff, but we get more experience, we get more knowledge. And that's, you know, that allows us to kind of tackle our larger, kind of more complex ships. You will notice there in 2022, there was a little dip.
I gave you a follow,
and, you know,
Imagine,
unfortunately,
just for
when that
grins,
happens,
man.
That has kind of real consequences. on
Thanks
what
for
we are able
stopping
to do as a
in.
team. I think, you know, less people.
And yeah,
so
I agree
less
with
power to
you.
put on
I
stuff,
think
but also
there
some of that
will be
knowledge
a
to use that.
very likely to be some sort of
With that,
charting
That leads us
vehicle
to
or
have to make some
something,
kind of
you know?
pretty hard and heavy decisions about what we're working on. And I think most recently and probably most well known is the Banu Merchantman. Yeah.
The poor Banu Merchantman,
We're going to
man.
take a quick look at where we got to with the Merchantman, just to show where we were up to before
poor
that happened in
Merchantman.
2022.
Now this right here is the subject of many sad and bad feelings, folks. A lot of people want their Merchantman. And I don't blame them. Yeah, the loners are really good, Mr. Future.
So that video shows where we got up to with the Merchantman. You can see we'd finished white box. We were kind of into grey box. Some areas were further than others. And I think one of the best things about working at a company like Cloud Imperium Games is that we're able to be pretty honest and pretty open with our development.
Right.
One of the biggest questions we get is, what's up with the Merchantman? Where is it? Why did it stop? And
Well, that
the
team
Merchantman brought a lot
left,
of unique
spoiling his
challenges
spoil.
to us. It was a completely new art style, something that's very, very different from what we normally do with our human manufacturers. I think, we could have paused other ships. We could have moved some of our other artists onto the Merchantman. But with the kind of exodus of our kind of senior team in 2022, we didn't just lose people, we lost a lot of the knowledge that went into building out that white box and really kind of delivering that art style.
Which is a
What we
shame.
decided to do at the time is rather than try and rush something out and just get something out to get it done, we
It's a
looked at where
real
we were,
shame.
And for us, the most important thing was growing our team back up. We wanted to invest in our team and use our seniors and our kind of managers to help get us up to the point where we can tackle multiple large and capital ships at one time. I think the graph previously kind of showed that we've got the head numbers now, and now it's about onboarding our new staff members. It's about skilling them up and getting them to the point. And I would absolutely love to be stood here on a stage and going, yeah, look at the Merchantman, it's amazing, like it's done. But we're not at that point just yet. We do see all the comments. I do see all the notes about it, and I absolutely want to get this ship out and done. And I just wanted to be open and honest as to where we are up to with the development.
Yeah. To add to that, it is probably the most question I get asked at any event, and I really want to get it done, get it out for you guys, but we don't want to give you a half-baked thing. We want to give you a really great product that we can all be proud of, and it's delivered alongside gameplay. So, let's talk about something else quickly. So, Squadron 42 vehicles.
Oh boy. Here it is, folks.
How many of you
The Idris.
have an Idris of some kind?
I do. I have an Idris P.
Right. So, we plan to deliver the Idris alongside the Squadron, and that doesn't mean just the M. We're going to deliver the M, the P, and the K kit all together in one delivery.
The price of redundancy, folks.
Javelin owners, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait a bit longer after that, is obviously the bigger ship players can own. And we have recently looked at what is left to deliver on it. We've got plans. There will be modularity with it.
Modularity
and yeah,
is with
that
the
will come out
Javelin,
after
so
releases.
keep that in
And
mind
those
if
of
you're
you who
buying
also
one,
have,
guys.
The Vandal Scythe,
Keep that-
Blade, Blade. After Squadron releases, you will also
I have
get
a
the
Blade,
updated,
too.
Models as well for that.
I have the Blade. I
Right.
know, isn't it sad?
Next.
Okay, no kind of ship panel at a CitizenCon event is kind of done without looking at what's coming up next. Previously, we used to do these kind of like silhouettes, but we kind of always felt they were a little bit predictable. We ended up just making most of them anyway. So last year we changed things up. We asked what manufacturer do we want to see make our next large mining ship, and you're going to see more about that at IAE next month. But again, this year we decided just to mix things up a little bit with how we wanted to deliver this. So you're about to see in a minute a video. It shows some ships you might recognize. Hopefully, it will show you some that you don't recognize. But feel free to get on Spectrum afterwards, take a look, give us a guess at what you think they might be.
A lot of these
We'd
ships
love to,
still
yeah,
aren't in
hear
game,
your opinion.
folks.
And I would just
Remember,
add to
we
that as
got
well,
like 6
we aim
of
to
them.
deliver
We have
everything
no
you see in
idea
this
what
video
they are.
and more in the next 12 months.
So I'm going to go with the big fat. Okay, here's the Pulse. Okay, what we do know. Here's the Mirai Pulse here, and the Pulse LLX, right? Here's the X1 series. Finally, we know these are. We now know what this is, courtesy of IAE this year. This is the medical Ursa, right? Right, moving on. The Tractor MPUVT. Next. We still don't know what this is. A lot of people are calling it the Crusader Intrepid. I don't know if that's its true name, but it's a rumored name. So, who knows? I don't think it's the real name, though. But it definitely has the wing shape and stuff. A lot of people are also saying it could be the Zeus, but it probably isn't, because the Zeus is a little bigger than this. So who knows, guys? Here's the Fat Fury. This is obvious Mirai looking ship. Here's the Liberator, or whatever it's called. I don't think this is gonna make it this year. Color me surprised though if it does. We'll see. This is the Zeus. You can tell now by the platform that's the Zeus. Here's the Retaliator base that finally made it into the game. And of course, the Polaris.
I don't know if you noticed, but there was quite a big ship at the end of that video. And yeah, just to confirm, that is the Polaris.
Yeah. So, we've done a lot of talking. We'll do a bit more talking about it.
So yeah, okay. Just wanted to touch again on like, yeah, why are we doing an RSI ship? Like, what is with that? So, the thing about doing another RSI ship is that we've got a really well-established art style for RSI in our universe, and it gives us the ability to kind of train up newest members of the teams on something that's kind of quite a known element. That is absolutely not the only benefit, though. The way we are like planning on tackling the Polaris is not tackling it as one ship, but actually we want to tackle, well, anyone that knows our backlog knows we have a number of large RSI ships on there. And our kind of plan is that we tackle that as a family of ships. We don't just tackle one of them and then we go off and do something else for 6 months, a year, come back and do another one, something else, come back and do another one. We want to tackle them all together, one after the other. And what that really allows us to do is just kind of streamline our development process. We're able to, for our more common areas of the ship, we're able to build kits that we're confident in, that we can reuse and we can make the most out of them. And then that allows us to focus our development time and our efforts really on the much more unique and the important and exciting areas of each ship. Tackling them as a family kind of allows us to expedite their development. We leverage the experience that we've got within the team. And it just allows us to, like I say, streamline everything. So first up, we've got the Polaris.
The Arastra is an RSI ship, yes. So long term, probably. I would expect that. Long term.
Next up, we've got the Galaxy. Then we've got the Perseus. And
Okay, so it's going to go Polaris, Galaxy, and then Perseus, folks. The Percy is among the ships being worked on. And I would think the Arastra will be after the Percy. Because by then they'll have a lot of design language they can use for the Perseus. Well, for the other ship. You know what I mean, the Arastra. So, we're going to go Polaris, Galaxy, Perseus, Arastra. Yeah.
that kind of closes out
See, it's going to start with the Polaris, which is almost done, then the Galaxy, then the Perseus.
Most of our large RSI ships. And then we can see what we want to take on after that.
Well, I think that's pretty much everything we want to talk about today. However, before we go, we're going to... Torsten's already stolen the predictable joke here, so we'll do one last thing to show you guys. So, let's have a look at the current state of the Polaris in engine in its white box state.
Show me my war horse. It's very rough. It looked way better at IEE, guys. Remember that. There's the hangar, the engine room. Scorpius for scale. Now remember, a fully crewed Idris will also be dangerous, folks. This is not meant to paint the Idris as a weak ship. Do be aware of that. Idris is not a weakling. An improperly crewed Idris, though, yeah, it's... Hold on. An improperly crewed Idris will probably not do you any good.
Stations. With the future addition of...
That's not what I'm looking for. Where is it? Is it Destination Adventure where they talk about it? Yeah, here it is. Here's the
power generators. So with different types of power generators,
in combination with freight elevators will
This is arriving in 324, folks.
dramatically change what you can do in your hangar. It will be a home to do as you want, which has always been the dream. That concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. And I will pass you over to Todd Pappy.
Sit, Con. Come on, I can't hear you. All right, there we go. So, we'll be talking today about something special. It's an update on something that we talked about a little while ago, but we feel it's the future of Star Citizen, and it's the actual culmination of multiple different game systems coming together. So why don't you play the video?
Here's base building, chat. Look at this. So we start with this. Parts of it, though. Don't get too excited, though. We won't see this for a little bit. It will be. It'll actually begin progression. Okay. What I want is a hall, you know, like for orgs and stuff, like an org hall, where you walk in, you chat with your boys, your crew, you know, and meet up for missions and stuff that isn't in New Babbage or somewhere. Dear Lord. You know? Just saying. That looks like a resource node extractor. That looks like a rec area. That's an actual settlement. We'll see. The win.
All right. So base building. All right, it breaks down into two really large gameplay sections, planning ahead and prepping, and then you've got the on-site where you're actually going to build. So with that, you need to figure out what your goal is. Is it to have a home with a nice view and relax? Is it to have a trading post where you want to create and sell items? Is it to gather resources available and move on to the next area? Or is it to be off-grid and be completely self-sufficient? So with that, with your prep and everything like that, we've got blueprints. So the recipes. Everything in the game is fabricated from a blueprint. Players acquire blueprints via reputation rewards, missions, or rare
Oh, thank
NPCs.
God, some item
With any
progression.
blueprint, you can
That's
actually do
good.
research on
I
it
want to
and then
hear
create
that.
different variations. With materials ranging from the common to ultra rare, you might find them at the local shop or have to travel around the universe to collect them. Unrefined, refined, simple materials, or even complex components will all go into the fabrication.
See,
With
this is the
then
kind
you've
of
got
progression I'm talking
location,
about, chat.
location. First area is high security, so you must purchase the land. The base is actually invulnerable because the planetary shield tech. A security will show up to protect it as well. You pay for the privilege, you're taxed. So at this point, you won't have the best resources available. You won't have access to the best resources available on the planet. If you don't pay your taxes, the shields will go away after a period of time, and the base will become derelict and will collapse. But this is low risk, low reward.
Thanks,
Then you've got low
Imagine. I
security.
appreciate the
So
follow,
again,
man.
You must purchase the land.
Thank
it's
you.
owned by an independent corp, gang, or faction. Again, you don't have access to all the best resources on the planet. The base is
You're
vulnerable.
awesome, bro. Thanks.
AI NPCs will show up and protect the base if it's attacked. The protection will escalate over time. Player can also build defenses to help mitigate this as well. And then it's medium reward, medium risk. Then you've got lawless. So this is no protection other than what you build. There's shields, anti-air. Players can disable the shields by getting close to them and destroying them. High risk, high reward. Since there's no taxes, no protection fees, you get a high return on the resources that you collect. Now, there's some cross-shard and server meshing considerations that will kind of adjust this design in the future, but we'll get into that later once we're really building it. So from here, you've got the tools. So this is what we would consider a surveyor. With this, we want to actually...
Okay. Hey, if you're still there, JPG, what do you think? How much do you think this vehicle will cost, chat? How much does everybody think? $25? Maybe 15? I'm voting 15. It's going to be the cheapest, most inexpensive token possible. $15, $20. I'm going to go low ball. It's going to be cheaper than a Mustang Alpha. $30 is a good guess. I'd say $30 to $25 would be a good guess because of its utility, you know? Its utility. It does more than just, you know, sit there. It collects data. So, one of those things where you're like, yeah, it's... We'll just have to see. All right, keep going.
Cater to everybody's play
20
style,
to
whether
30,
solo
I
or
think,
in
is a
an
good
org.
range, guys.
With this,
Really
you've got different
good.
buildings that you can produce.
I
from
think
small-
20 is a good guess, too, RPG. If it's more than 40, it better be useful, you know? Just saying, guys. If it's like as much as in a like Mustang Alpha, better be useful, right? But I'm hoping it's 25 to 35, you know?
Small, medium to large to XL or XL. So with the surveyor tool, you can only build the small buildings. With a vehicle,
Here it is. Now, here's two of the other vehicles, guys. These things could be part of the two new vehicles. The Atlas platform here is probably a variant of the standard Ballista. So I would say this is 60. 160. Maybe. Could be, it might be, might not be. But this is definitely the better buy because you can build bigger buildings, at least in my opinion. What do you think, RPG or JPG? 130 to 160 bikes? I think that's a fair guess at price. It's going to be around the Ballista's price. 140 is the happy medium. But I doubt it'll be 140 bucks. Not this. This is way bigger than this. Way more capable. I'll keep going.
you can build small and medium-sized buildings. With the Galaxy, you can
Which
build
I also
small to
have.
large structures.
Galaxy. Oh, wait. We don't even have a building module for the Galaxy yet, chat. No building module for the Galaxy. So that could also come at CitizenCon, right here, for the Galaxy. A build module. At least I hope it does. Oh.
And then obviously with the Pioneer. Can
Pioneer
do it
builds
all.
everything.
And it still works as a mobile base. And we'll talk about some of the more expanded features that we're adding to it in later on. So, and then it's also, we're exploring what can be done in space, not just on the planet.
Nice.
So
Nice.
From here, you set off on your journey. So with the land claim, you put your tool down where you want, you launch the drone that is built into the machine, and then from there, this allows the player to access the base building and also land claim mode. With the land claim modes, the player can actually change the size and position of what area they want to claim, and it also shows you the cost and taxes associated with it. If it's in a taxable zone and you don't own the land, this interface will default to it. So if you own land or it's in a lawless area, it'll automatically go to base building mode. So with the overhead view of the land, you can actually place down buildings exactly where you want. You can see the resources beneath the surface, and then you can also place multiple buildings before you actually build. So you can see how it will all kind of come together. You'll see the resources that are needed for it. And then you can also switch back and forth between different modes, which are showing off the resource network and how you link basically power generators to consumers. And then the player can move or deconstruct existing buildings right now with no charge. Fabrication. So when you basically build these buildings, they don't come with any furnishings. And if you didn't bring any with you, then
Sorry
you want to
about
build
that.
a fabricator.
Had to close the
depending
door,
on,
guys.
what you want to build, there's different sizes of them that support buildings from decorations, armor, weapons, components, and even ships. So like base building mode, you need blueprints, resources to craft what you want. Everything fabricated is produced from it produces a physicalized entity. Stats and quality will depend on the quality of the materials actually used. Once you've done that and you've built your decorations, now you can actually fill the room the way that you want to fill it. So furnishings can be purchased at different locations, or they can actually be fabricated. You can do that via first person or in a dedicated mode in the Surveyor's tool. With that, you've got different types of buildings. So you've got utility style, which would be garages, freight elevators, landing pads, storefronts. And then you've got extractors.
Wait,
so with
rewind.
Extractors, we want to make sure that nothing produced from it produces a physicalized entity. Stats and quality will depend on the quality of the materials actually used. Once you've done that and you've built your decorations, now you can actually fill the room the way that you want to fill it. So furnished complex can look shield privilege, and then the player can move or deconstruct
Sorry, I caught
existing
something.
buildings. So if you did decoration, so like everything fabric quality will. Once you've done that, and machines can be landing pads, storefronts, and then you've got extract.
So we have garages, freight elevators, landing pads, and storefronts. I wonder if there'll be a limit to the size of landing pad you can build with a small survey tool. I bet you can only build something big enough, probably, for your, what do you call it? Your Pisces or something? You know, small ship. Or maybe a medium. A medium would be a healthy ship size to do, right? What do you guys think? Limiting size for tools. I think the medium builder, you can build a medium ship pad to a large ship pad. Storefronts, I don't know. We don't have anything idea how that'll work. That's completely new territory. Maybe it'll have a warehouse back room where you can store stuff.
Garages, freight elevators, landing pads, storefronts, and then you've got extractors. So with extractors,
So we have mining laser. Yeah, I hope to see more at SitCon too. Don't forget, we're less than a month and a half. We're about 2 months out, guys. So this is soon. 2 months. 2 months. We're exactly 60 days out from SitCon. Be prepared, folks. We're going to get some very interesting stuff.
we want to make sure that nothing in regards to resource gathering is fully automated.
Yeah.
A level of player engagement is always needed. So as Nick talked about before, there are different types of commodities, radioactive, perishable, etc. What you'll be doing is pulling out full containers. Then from there, it'll be repairing, or there's wear and tear associated with it, or even misfires like you saw in Thorsten's talk and Guillermo's talk yesterday. There's also upgrade paths for making them more efficient or resilient. Power generators. So with different types of power generators,
It's supposed to be IAE
cost-effective as well as effective in different areas.
future.
Solar panels will not always work in darkness. Fuel
They've
generators will need
said
to be filled up every
repeatedly
now and then,
IAE
and then
this
batteries
year.
to store
We'll
excess
see.
power.
I own
Then
one,
you've got
so I might
producers.
receive
So
an
things that
email
will
on
require
it.
the players to combine different resources to produce new items.
Hold on. Go back.
And then you've got defense. So anti will require the, and then battery.
So we have power plant types. We have geothermal. This would be for hot planets with internal heat. We have solar panels for sunny places. Fuel generators. Oh, you own the players too. Cool. Windmills, fusion power, and batteries. Interesting choices, but a lot of them make sense.
Batteries to store excess power. Then you've got producers. So things that will require the players to combine different resources to produce new items.
Oh, go back. Fabricators, hydroponics, refineries, pharmaceuticals, and fabricators.
Require the players to combine different resources to produce new items. And then you've got defense. So anti-air, anti-personnel, and then shield generators.
Those are going to be fun. Getting near those. Yeah. Good stuff, chat.
And then the big one. We start development Q1.
And they're already deep in work on it. Deep in work. That's the crazy thing. They're deep at work on this. So deep at work right now. So just, and even though it's not going to be ready for this year,
Thank you all. Thank you for coming. It's wonderful to see you.
oh, it's right here. I know, right? I hope we get some sort of warehouse or storage places for bases. You know, wet, dry storage, stuff like that. It'll be really telling what they give us. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I fully believe it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, chat. It's gonna be a fun one, chat. We'll put it that way. Main reason I can't. Hey, Mr. Future, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It was fun. Everybody's got to eat, bro. Don't forget 60 days, Mr. Future. 60 days. Also, if you haven't followed me yet, go ahead and do it. I'd appreciate seeing a friend again. I'd appreciate it, man. $60 days to go, man, till SitCon. That's all we got. Can you believe it? You have a good night, Mr. Future. All right. Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry. It's all good. Yeah, I was just making sure. It's all good, bro. You have a good night. Yeah, I can't wait either. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. We shall see what this year brings us. Whew. Hot. I enjoyed hanging out with you today. Okay, so. Two from. No, my nose. Hmm. What am I looking for? Crap. I totally went brain dead for a minute there, folks. Seriously, my head just went wonk. See if there's anything important being said on RSI's website today. Probably not. Has anyone... Oh, shoot. Interesting. It looks like CIG is going to be at Gamescom this year, too, folks. So, Here in a few minutes, I'm probably gonna go eat because I haven't eaten in a while and I'm starting to get hungry. Yeah. Imagine if you're still there. I'm gonna be on probably tomorrow and Wednesday, depending on what they put on the good old scheduler. We'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to play some actual game time too. Okay. All right. Well, as much as I would like to be on later tonight, it's getting late. I'm getting hungry gradually. One of the unannounced ships I wanted to add could be this MISC ship that's completely a mystery. Although it'll probably end up just being a damn, what do you call it? Concept? We'll see. What is this?
at Citizen Cone.
Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna repeat this. There's a clip circulating that I might have to review to see what's being said. Wow, that's okay, yeah, so. Yeah, scam. Man, I'm glad I filtered that. Woo! Do I feel better now? I didn't throw that up there on the screen to share with you guys because that would have been a mistake. Apparently, somebody's going around claiming that there's going to be a big announcement at SitCon, but until we get actual, information from the people themselves, I would discount it as a fabrication, chat. Seriously. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm pretty much at that point and juncture anymore. I'll believe it when I see it, and so far I ain't seen it yet. So glad I didn't show that to chat because that was a surefire way to cause some issues. Hmm. Let me see. Yeah. Well, chat, it's been fun for tonight. I'm gonna rate a channel, whoever's up that I know. Anyone I know, Marcus Wim. I see Loken. Nah. Load some. Let's give somebody I know. Let's give Angry a raid. Angry PC Tech. Go raid him, folks. He's a good friend. He's also helped me out in the past. Oh, he's building stuff tonight. That's cool. Go enjoy, chat. I'll see you on the flip side. 07.